0500, leaving the Western Motel in Folkestone. Driving south on US 1, 50 miles per hour is all I can do in this fog. I usually go a bit faster. Still slow across the US 301 bridge at Crawford. This structure flies over the Norfolk Southern Jacks to Valdosta main line. This is my objective this morning. But there is something on the CSX tracks down there. I swing back around to Crawford Road, just north of the Diamond. The CSX K train is unremarkable, but those new LED crossing lights are spectacular in this fog. No sooner do I pull into the Crawford Diamond than I see a green signal. Now, I'm not that up on NS signal aspects, but I'm guessing this is good news. It is. 2 minutes later, Norfolk Southern 321 is roaring into Crawford, bound for Simpson Yard, Jacksonville. Minutes later, the Diamond belongs to CSX train X202. The extra train of auto racks is coming north out of Baldwin with a string of empties. It's my guess they're headed for storage somewhere. Crawford is where the GS&F of the Southern crosses the Florida Railroad, later the Seaboard, then SCL, and finally the CSX Callahan sub. This has got to be one of the busiest at-grade rail crossings in Florida. After the rack train, Q602, waiting silently, darkly in the siding, lights up. The two giant SDs pull the train to life, and he disappears north into the fog. He'll stop again in 4 miles when he reaches Callahan.
Clear 91.
Things are pretty busy out here on the main line. First, it's Amtrak 91, wasting no time, headed to his next stop at Jacksonville.
South Callahan, track 2, PO 91 out.
Then it's Q173 right on 91's tail and running on approach signals because of it. Not even close to his maximum speed through here. .173 carries some containers, but mostly it's blocks of trailers, including those of UPS, and that makes 173 one of the hottest trains through this territory. A Jack's trainmaster once told me these are get-you-fired trains. Make them late, and they'll get you fired. I moved to South Callahan, just under the bridge, and in 10 minutes here comes Q141 with a block of Tropicana juice cars at the head. These are empty, returning to Bradenton, Florida from Cincinnati, Ohio. This time, the piggyback is mostly containers. Later in the morning, I pick up a rider, Cookie Williams, famous Folkestone train watcher. We head out the old Pearson sub west of Waycross to Waresboro, where the St. Mary's West Railroad is hosting dozens of stored leaser locomotives. Cookie is acting as co-pilot down the soft dirt road as I shoot this spectacle. In those woods at Waresboro sits a remarkable collection of engines, waiting, presumably, for their next assignment. From Waresboro, we made a wide swing through Patterson and the Progress Rail locomotive shops. And back to the A-line, rooting through the woods until we find Newell. We set up on a logging road crossing.
Q174 northbound, coming towards the Newell DD.
Shooting handheld, I quickly remembered how a piggyback train running at full speed through a Georgia pine forest can make its own weather. It's hard to stand in this intermodal windstorm.
Equipment defect detector milepost 592, no defects. Length of train 5220, total axles 216, end of transmission.
Next day, I'm headed home to Tampa. Even though we're twice the size of Jacksonville and 200 times the size of Folkestone, going home I always feel like I'm leaving the action for the backwoods. Last stop of the trip was on the S-Line at the Campville defect detector. I arrived just in time for northbound Q652.
CSX, equipment, defect, detector, milepost, 700.1.
Seaboard Airline pioneered the talking DD, and of all the voices on the DDs in service on the CSX, this guy is my favorite.
CSX, equipment, defect, detector, milepost, 700.1. No defects. Total axle, 576. Length of train, 8247. Temperature, 64 degrees. End of transmission.
The DDs haven't changed a lot over the past decade. Heat detectors, dragging equipment flaps. There's one of these about every 20 miles on the S-Line, and they remain one of the best sources of reconnaissance for the train chaser. This is Danny Harmon in Campville, Florida. Out.